We fought in Spain, we fought in the snow, and we fought in the rain. We took the cup, and Chelsea too. But what we like most is kicking it blue, kicking it blue, kicking it blue. What we like most is kicking it blue. We fought in France, we fought in Spain, we fought in the snow, and we fought in the rain. We took the cup, Chelsea too. What we like most is kicking it blue.
All right, guys. All right. Listen. I have been seeing the news. The meltdown after the Fulham game. I was part of it. I ain't gonna lie. I was part of it, right? But a civil war already, and we're in game week 2 of the Premier League, guys. We are in a shambles right now. With all the news, right, what's come out regarding Manchester United, Kobe Mainoo wanting to leave, Rasmus Haaland is looking like he's going to go to Napoli, the Anthony news, Ruben Amorim's comments regarding Europe, that Manchester United should be targeting to get because we can't miss out on Europe 2 seasons in a row, right? And I ain't gonna lie to you guys, like this Kobe Mainoo news has actually annoyed me, bro. Because of what's happened on Sunday afternoon, the Manchester United game versus Fulham, right? So for the people that don't know, for the people that were living underneath a rock, Bruno Fernandes dropped an absolute stinker. And the majority of Man United fans were saying, why not just put Kobe Mainoo where he's playing and then take Bruno Fernandes off? But Ruben Amorim decides to take off. I forgot who he took off, right? But he put Mason Mount in as the other midfielder and not putting Kobe Mainoo in. That's it. He took off freaking Casemiro, right? And so the news today, which many of Manchester United fans were speculating, is that Kobe Mainoo apparently wants to leave Manchester United. And it was a bomber that was dropped early this morning by David Ornstein, right, regarding Kobe Mainoo's desire to leave Manchester United because of course, what's transpired. Literally, back to back. Didn't play against Arsenal, didn't play against Fulham because of Ruben Amorim, and this was the quote from Jimmy Jackson. He's taken it from of course the David Ornstein, right? It says Kobe Mainoo wants to leave Manchester United after being squeezed to the margin by Ruben Amorim. United would countenance a suitable deal, but there may be a lack of attractive suitors this late in the window. Guys, this is Kobe Mainoo we're talking about. For me, the second best midfielder we've produced since Paul Scholes. People will say, oh yeah, there's a Paul Pogba and other players, right? Ravel Morrison, no. Paul Pogba came from the same team that produced N'Golo Kante and Riyad Mahrez, while Ravel Morrison barely played a first team game for Manchester United. Kobe Mainoo, guys, is the midfielder that we need to be building around. We should not be trying to get rid of a kid with this much quality. You get what I mean? Once again, right, on Sunday, when Bruno was dropping this stinker, and I forgot what was telling me, it's like, Brewston, he's undroppable. Like, Bruno Fernandes is droppable. If a midfielder, no matter if it's the fucking captain, playing terrible, he should be dropped. He should be taken out. What has Kobe Mainoo done to Ruben Amorim? Honestly, what's he done? Like, has he got, like, some blackmail on him? You get what I mean? Like, I'm absolutely annoyed by this news. We're letting a kid of this quality go. The same guy who scored the winning goal versus Manchester City in the FA Cup. The same guy who tore it up for England in the Euros last year. We want to get rid of this guy, but we want to keep Ugarte and Casemiro in the team. Are you having a laugh? Are you joking me? Kobe Mainoo should be one of those number 8s playing in that role alongside another new midfielder. You get what I mean? And once again, guys, once again, right? Once again, Like, with Bruno Fernandes, I appreciate what he's done for Manchester United, right? But we are not Player FC. Bruno Fernandes, like, he should be sold. He should be sold, bro. Like, and people might say he said no, bro. Like, he should be sold. The midfielder that we should be trying to build around is Mainoo because he is Manchester United's future. You know what I mean? Omar Berrada, Wilcox, Vivel, all these guys should be having a word with Ruben Amorim right now. I'm deadly serious. Once again, right, I am vehemently against Player FC. I do not like Player FC, right? Many a times, throughout the freaking years, throughout Jose Mourinho, throughout Ole, throughout Ten Hag, there's been Player FC, right? And we've seen managers get sacked after sack after sack. Deservedly so. Deservedly so because they had their favourites. They chose their favourites, right? But with Ruben Amorim, it's looking like he's doing the same thing right now. It's looking like he's got his favourites. It's looking like Casemiro, Ugarte, and Bruno Fernandes are his favourites. You get what I mean? And once again, guys, I don't like being Player FC, right? But from what I'm seeing right now, I'm actually genuinely supporting Mainoo. I am, man, because once again, he is Man United's future. He is Manchester United's future, man. And people will say, "Oh, but Preston, you know, Amorim's formation, like a Kobe can't play there, like, because he really doesn't suit him." And I was having a discussion with my cousin Junior, like a few hours ago actually, about this system that Amorim plays because we've been found out. Like if you look at what the words, no, if you look at the interview that Iwobi and Emil Smith Rowe did after the game, it was like, yeah, we just overloaded that midfield because we know that they can't do with us because there's only two guys sitting there, right? And Ruben Amorim, in my opinion, should be taking this in as a warning because once again he's been found out, and him as a manager, as a Manchester United manager, he should be proactive with this formation. I know he wants to play his football. I know this, right? And he will never change his system or his playing style. But in my opinion, there should be little tweaks to that system. I think that we should go to a 3-5-2. I genuinely think that, bro. Because the way that we are getting turned over in that system, in midfield, is absolutely nuts. The amount of space that the opposition's wingers get, especially when we're being counter-attacked, is mad. It is absolutely mad. And speaking again of proactiveness, right? If Ruben Amorim is seeing that Fulham are overloading in the midfield, why not in the game change around the formation? Why not play a 4-5-1, a 5-3-2? You know what I mean? A 4-3-3. This is one of the things that's annoying me right now with this manager. He's not proactive. You know what I mean? And also, in this 3-5-2, he can have space for Kobe Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes at the same time. Because he's gone on and said that Kobe Mainoo needs to challenge Bruno for his spot while he's a club captain. What is this, bro? What is this? Does Amorim like have like a secret player that's coming in under his sleeve? Because I don't think so. Does he expect himself to play with that midfield for the rest of the season? Because if he does, then mate, I tell you what, pack your bags right now. Pack your bags right now because you won't survive in the Prem with that midfield, mate. You won't survive in the Prem playing Bruno Fernandes at number 8. That won't happen. You won't survive in the Prem with a pivot of Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. That genuinely will not happen. And I hope that, listen, I know that there's Man United fans that are torn up by this. There's Man United fans that are taking Amorim's side. There's Man United fans that are taking Kobe Mainoo's side and changing the system, for me, I'm I'm on Kobe Mainoo's side, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, once again, I hate Player FC, right? But a talent of Kobe Mainoo, we should not be letting go. Is an absolute farce if we let him go, bro. I honestly, if this kid leaves, I'm telling you right now, the majority of Man United fans will straight away turn it into Amorim out. I'm actually being serious. I'm actually being deadly serious. You get what I mean? I literally wrote notes for this, guys. I genuinely wrote notes for this, right? And the other thing is, right, with Amorim is he needs to be careful of this Portuguese bias. Once again, I will come back to Bruno Fernandes because their own roles sometimes lead to Bruno Fernandes, guys. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Once again, dropped to 2 out of 10, right? But there's another Portuguese guy in Diogo Dalot. Dalot, in my opinion, he is absolutely awful. Awful. At fault. Him and Bruno, by the way, were at fault for that Fulham goal. Dalot loses the ball trying to do some 360 Zidane spin, while Bruno is not watching Emil Smith Rowe whatsoever. Smith Rowe runs in behind Matthias De Ligt, gets the tap in, bro. Like, Amorim needs, bro, I'm telling you right now, Amorim needs to cut out the Portuguese bias and the player favorites, bro. He needs to cut this out because, listen, another guy, another player, and again, guys, like, I'm just speaking truth here. I'm just speaking facts. Like, these are my thoughts. With Mason Mount played well against Arsenal, right? That doesn't mean straight away he should be playing against Fulham in striker. He should not be doing that. We needed a striker there. We needed a focal point. You get me? Like, he needs to stop this because Amorim had his favorites, Oli had his favorites, Mourinho had his favorites, and look at them now. Look at them now. Where are they? They're sacked. They are genuinely sacked, bro. This is game week 2. This is game week 2, guys, and Man United fans are already in meltdown. Game week 2, and we're already speaking like this because we can see it already for Amber. Like, we are trying to warn him to what's going on. We're actually trying to help him out. We're actually not. We actually want you to stay, my guy. We actually like you, Ruben Amorim. But you have to be careful. You get what I mean? Like Amorim, right? He has to adapt to the league. You can't just keep playing 3-4-3. You have to be malleable during games. The substitutions, bringing on defenders while we need attackers. Like, how's that going to help with us scoring goals? You get what I mean? It's crazy, dude. It is absolutely crazy, bro. Well, I've literally lost my freaking train of thought. Like, I said that Man United, right, was going to be a glass cannon this season because, again, like, high attack and our defense is terrible. That's the literal definition of a glass cannon. High attack, low defense, right? And it's happening right now, but our cannon is not hitting the target, bro. Our glass cannon right now is not hitting the target, bro. Meaning, we're not even scoring goals. Like, we're not even converting our chances. The only goal that we have so far this season, and again, I do get it that it's only 2 games. The only goal that we have so far this season is an own goal from Muniz. I think it was Muniz that scored the own goal for Fulham, right? Like, I know that Amorim is not to blame for scoring, like, for Cunha and Mbuemo and the other attackers for not scoring goals, right? But we also do need to convert our chances. But once again, like, I have to come back to the midfield. I have to come back to Kobe Mainoo. We need another midfielder in there to play alongside Kobe Mainoo because Kobe Mainoo, once again, for me, in that position, he is better than Casemiro and Ugarte. He's got better footwork and better passing than them. But he's still not playing the lad, bro. He's not playing this poor kid, dude. Like, a talent like the guys, like, a talent of Kobe Mainoo, if he goes somewhere else, he's going to crush it. If he goes to an Inter Milan, he will be ridiculous. Barcelona, he slots right well in that Barcelona team. You get what I mean? Real Madrid, he slots in well. Like, this will be a genuine bad mistake from Ruben Amorim, bro. I swear, if this guy gets rid of Kobe Mainoo, bro, because I already do, guys. I'm literally like this close, bro. Like I'm this close with Amorim, but anyway, let's move on. Let's continue. Let's continue with Amorim because right now Amorim gave a press conference this morning. There is quotes right from the interview, of course, that it did, and this one comes from Centre Devils because Centre Devils actually did like a whole transcript for Ruben Amorim's things, and we've got the quotes right here. So the first quote goes: "We have 3 games this week. We have quality players. We need to do rotation to try to win every game." And apparently so, right? Kobe Mainoo will be playing against Grimsby. We have to wait and see about that. We have to wait and see about that. I ain't gonna lie. We have to wait and see about that, right? So, yeah, man. I am gonna be expecting rotation. I do have a Manchester United team up who I think should be playing against Grimsby. And there's a lot of players that has been rotated. So I will show you guys, of course, in my Man United Grimsby preview, right? And of course, it continues. Ruben Amorim or Nusayr Mazraoui, maybe he's going to return next week. We will see, but he is near. We are just finishing some drills with him, not to be sure he is going to have another problem. What? With him, to be sure. Okay. So they're just doing other drills with a Nusayr Mazraoui. So basically, he doesn't pick up any other injuries, right? And I hope that Mazraoui comes back ASAP, fam. I hope that Nusayr Mazraoui comes back because I don't want to see Dalot, guys. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't want to see Diogo Dalot play for Man United. He should be at Celta Vigo or something like that, bro. Dalot's been here for 7 years, by the way. For the people that know, I think he joined Man United in 2018 when Mourinho was here. Dalot's been here, being a bang average, piss poor for 7 years. Yeah, of course he's gone out on loan to AC Milan, right? But he's been a Man United player for 7 years. I don't know how we keep honestly, I don't know how these mandem survive this long. Luke Shaw, Lindelof survived for about 7 years at Man United, bro. Lindelof should have been here for approximately 2 years, seeing that he's not good enough, released him. But these guys somehow stay, bro. Crazy. Honestly, I just want him back. I just want Mazraoui back. So we got Ahmad and Mazraoui for that right wing back spot. Dalot can have a 2-minute kickabout at the end of the game. I'm actually being serious, bro, because that's how much that guy frustrates me right now. He can't do it. What does he do that's good? What does Dalot do that's good? Honestly, guys, just please let me know. Can he cross well? No. His crosses way over. Like the other overhit or underhit, they never are perfect. The Garnacho bicycle kick that he got the assist for, that was an overhit cross. You get what I mean? And then he's got this one thing. I don't know if people know what I'm speaking about. He's got this one thing where he gets the ball at the edge of the box, right? At the edge of the opposition's box, and he thinks he's Zlatan Ibrahimovic or Toni Kroos or Ronaldo, and he tries to always shoot and tries to bend one in top corner. Just because you've done that against Sheffield United, mate, it doesn't mean that's going to happen for you every weekend, mate. Just pass the ball. Recycle the freaking ball, bro. You get what I mean? I don't want to see Diogo Dalot as a Man United. I'm actually being serious, bro. I'm actually being deadly serious. Been saying this since the 1920 season. He's not good enough. He's not good enough, bro. The quicker Nusayr Mazraoui is back, the better for us, man. The better for us. He was one of our stand-up players last year when we dropped an absolute stink and finished 15th place. Nusayr Mazraoui for sure was one of our stand-up players. But we continued though with another quote from Amorim, where we were not prepared to play in Europe this season. That is my feeling. To have strong games in Champions League and play Premier League, we need time to develop as a team. We just need to fight them. We just need to fight, and then anything can change, right? Hello, F to Ruben, mate. You're Man United, bro. You're Man United. Like, listen. No matter what it is, we need to be in Europe. No matter if we're not prepared, you get what I mean? No matter if we're not ready, we need to be in Europe, lad. We need to be in Europe, bro. And I'm pretty sure that's also in your contract. That is also in your contract. When Ineos came to you, right? In your contract, I'm pretty sure there's like, mate, you like Champions League football, European football is a must. Otherwise, you are getting the sack. You've been here since November, lad. You've been here since November, and the players are still not getting what you're trying to relay onto them. Oh, but we're not ready yet. We're not ready yet. We're not ready yet, bro. Like, we are in. It's almost you've almost been here for a year, dude, and the players are still getting what you're meant to be doing. When are you going to be ready then? When are you going to be ready? You get what I mean? This is not FIFA, you know. You can't turn the freaking difficulty down to amateur, bro. You can't give players freaking attribute cards and everything, dude. Like, this guy, bro, I swear to God, dude. I swear to God, bro. This guy is such a good talker. He can talk the talk, but don't walk the walk. You get what I mean? Man said we need to develop as a team. And we're out here. He's out here. Well, yeah. He's out here getting tactically outclassed by Fulham. Develop as a team, bro. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Then he continues. Amorim on keeping players happy with few matches. They just have to fight for their place, and then everything can change. We have the cups, so we have the cups, so we will have plenty of matches for everybody. Listen, bro, and I hope people are cooking it in the comments. You know, I hope that's a lot. That's a lot. You know about coaching like a club like Man United, bro. Yeah, bro. Tell me, yeah, exactly, fam. Exactly, bro. Exactly, mate. Exactly, dude. Listen, right? I will give Amorim credit for rotation. I will. Last season, he did rotation really well, right? But for me, what's worrying me the most, once again, is the way he's making the substitutions during games. You know what I mean? They just have, like, that quote, like, literally that first sentence there, they just have to fight for their place. Right. So if Ugot is dropping a stinker, is coming on and dropping a stinker, right? And Kobe Mainoo is sat there and he's performing well in training and he's trying to fight for his place, but you're clearly not playing him. What's that supposed to mean then? What's that supposed to mean? Because Kobe Mainoo could have definitely played it against Arsenal and Fulham. I know that for a fact. You get what I mean? Like, on this, bro, like, everything he's saying right now, we are watching because the actions, it's the actions, mate, not just the words. It's the actions, Amorim. That's what we are watching right now. Because there's plenty of players that want to fight for their freaking place, but some of them aren't getting the freaking opportunity. You get what I mean? Once again, Kobe Mainoo. I'll come back to freaking Kobe Mainoo because you keep saying this, but you rather have Mason Mount drop from striker back to central midfield where he's not comfortable, while Kobe Mainoo can play in that position and he's done it multiple times. And he's done it against better midfields. That's also another thing. Like, Kobe Mainoo, right, guys, he's played against Arsenal. He's played against Liverpool's midfield. He's gone to St. James's Park in the 23-24 season and bowled out versus them in that Newcastle midfield. People know how physical that midfield is. Florian Wirtz was getting eaten alive the other day by Newcastle. Florian Wirtz couldn't even touch the ball. He was getting absolutely battered. As soon as he touches the ball, bang, straight. But Kobe Mainoo did well. It is crazy. Like, this guy, this freaking dude, bro. Oh my, and I'm actually proper sweating as well. But this guy is I'm fuming with him. I'm absolutely fuming with him. Right, Ruben Amorim on whether Rasmus Højlund is available. All players are available. Then we'll make a choice to form the best 11 to win the match. Cap is going Napoli. We just say, mate, yeah, he's actually not available. You know, there's something going on with Napoli. Why can't you just come and say that? Instead, he was, oh, you know, players are available. Oh, yeah, PC answer. Bro, I'm watching because he did the same thing as well. If people remember, like about a few months ago, when they asked him about coming in, he was like, yeah, you know, I've actually got plans for him. I've actually got plans for him this season. Capping eyes, I was gonna say something mad there, but just capping, bro. Capping, yeah, I've actually got plans for Kobe Mainoo. I've actually got plans for him. Meanwhile, he's showing that Jane does not have plans for him, bro. Like the amount of cap that this guy has told, bro, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. It is crazy, dude. But anyway, we'll move on, bro. We'll move on. Right, Amarin defense Otabendia. I know you were focused. Right. So this was his response. I know you were focused a lot on opponents' corners, but if you remember this game, Fulham had 4 chances and scored a goal from a set piece. We had a penalty. We had at least one in the near post. Tell me a one game in the Premier League that you didn't see a big occasion from the corner that will happen in every game. This dude, you know what, right? Listen, I do get it. I do get it. Hopefully behind the scenes, right? Amram is saying to Bay India, you need to man up. You need to be stronger. You can't be getting bullied on corners because every single corner versus Fulham, he was compromised. I won't forget this one. The final one, right? The final corner that Fulham had, and I think it was Anderson that almost got it, but it was Maguire's forearm. It was Harry Maguire's forearm that actually put him off. If you look at Bayindia, he was out like this. He was out. He was like that on literally like I think like one knee on the floor. Like the guy is soft on corners. He's absolutely soft on corners, bro. They should be doing something to protect this guy on corners. They should be doing drills. You should be having your strongest player, no matter if it's Lenny Yoro, no matter if it's Matthias Delict, Casemiro, Sesko. If Sesko's playing, have him defend Otabe India, bro. Guy's 6'5". He can win a header, bro. Have somebody at least defending this guy, or teach him to be at least nasty back. Teach him to at least like have some fight, dude. Be strong. If someone's coming, bro, move, boom, punch the ball, man. Be aggressive. Because once again, every single corner that's an in-swinger that Man United's fated, bro. My heart's beating out my chest because I'm not trusting my goalkeeper to get the freaking ball. You get what I mean? Many a times, bro. Like there's another one where there was an in-swinger by Fulham, and he falls over. He falls over somebody. Like he falls over somebody on the freaking floor, bro. There's this guy. Imagine if there was somebody there at the back post to tap it in like Calafiori did last week. Honestly, dude, I do get that. Like he's defending. I do get that he's defending Otebende here because he can't come out and say, yeah, man, like Otebende is absolutely terrible on corners. You know, he's absolutely shocking on corners. That is the right answer. That is the right answer. But behind the scenes, mate, I pray you are working on this, bro. I pray you're working on this. Oh, yeah. By the way, we actually do need a new goalkeeper. We generally do need a new goalkeeper. That's such a given. Rival fans are saying this like it's such a given that we need a new goalkeeper. If we do not get a new goalkeeper and a new midfielder this summer, we're enjoying 10th and 11th place. I said 8th because I was being optimistic, and me 8th place Man United. That's me being optimistic, guys. That is me being optimistic, and I go look at the Premier League predictions, and because like you put Man United, I was like, dude, I know this team. the midfield is not there, and we're out here getting tactically out freaking maneuvered by Fulham. After international break, we have got Chelsea and Man City. We have got Chelsea and Man City. So we'll see because the transfer window, guys, the transfer window, it closes next week. It closes in 6 days. Like, we need to get a lot of business done. And when I say a lot of business, a midfielder and a goalkeeper. Right? And once, like, listen, I said this in my rant like a month ago now, in July, when we're taking so long to sign Brandon Buemo. This is what happened when you're not prepared for the upcoming season, meaning the 25-26 season. This is what happens when you are not prepared, bro. You start scrambling now because things aren't right. You are still not ready for the league. We, once again, the midfielders that we should be trying to target is your Whartons, is your Beliebers. Adam Wharton, there's no chance he's leaving Crystal Palace unless if you come to Crystal Palace with a lot of money, bro, and you be like, listen, here's X amount of price, that should be enough, right? Good luck until the winter, mate, because Crystal Palace won't have time as well to replace Adam Wharton. They want like how what's going on right now with with Eve, because Jesus Christ, with Eze, right? They've got I think some kid named Deveni who has number 55 for Crystal Palace right now, replacing Eberechi Eze, because they've not got that much time to replace Eze with that same amount of quality of player, because it leaves at least about 3 weeks for him to actually sort out a deal like that. You get what I mean? This is what happens when you start leaving things late. You start rushing. Teams hike up prices for midfielders because they can't get replacements in time. A player could be worth £40 million in June, but the final week of August is the price has gone up to 70 because the team's like, listen, either you pay this 70 mil because we can't replace him, right? Or go away. This is what happens. This is what happens when you leave shit too late, bro. We was like United fans, we were saying this since the Lyon game. Since the Lyon game. Since when Andre Onana had that issue with Matic and Matic was proved right. By the way, Andre Onana actually didn't want a pay cut because we missed out in Europe. This absolute freaking idiot, bro. You're part of the issue why we missed out on it, by the way. You and your butterfingers, bro. But anyway, Matic was proven right by him. And a lot of Man United fans wanted Andre Onana out there, so that gave Manchester United more than enough time to target a goalkeeper, bro. More than enough time for us to actually target a freaking goalkeeper. Now, since we're leaving everything late last minute, while we're trying to get Senne Lammens, who was worth 17 million euros a few weeks ago, Antwerp now, literally the example that I was giving a few minutes ago, Antwerp now, they're saying, you know what? It's a bit late, mate. So 25 million. 25 million. The price has gone up now because once again, like, they can't replace a goalkeeper that quickly, so they want more money for Senne Lammens for him to leave. Apparently, Galatasaray have offered that money, but Lammens actually wants to join Man United, dude. Luckily, that player still want to join us by name. By the way, we're so lucky that players still want to join us by name, because by performance, bro, everybody knows that. Everybody knows how absolutely awful we've been. You get what I mean? But anyway, we'll move on, man. And it's another quote from Ruben Amorim saying whether he's happy to have more time with the team, right? And he says, yes, that's what I said last season. We need time to prepare for each match. The matches are very competitive and we need time to build a foundation. We will reach a point where we need Europe so that everyone can be happy. Listen, bro. You've been here since November, lad. you have been here since November, Ruben Amorim, my guy, right? The man says he needs more time. And what did they say? There was a word they said. The matches are very competitive and we need time to build a foundation. I said this the other day on stream because there's many managers right now, right, who come in and want to play this whole system of like they want to play their style of football, their system, a 3-4-3, a 4-3-3, a 5-3-2, you know what I mean, a 4-4-2, right? There's many managers that want to do that right now because again they've got their own system, right? And I said that as a prerequisite for a manager, for a prerequisite, like UEFA should be doing this, bro, or FIFA. Whoever handles those coaching certificates, right? Whoever handles them, this should be a prerequisite for managers right now because this is beyond the fucking joke. By the way, this is actually beyond the joke. Managers, in my opinion, should have at least 2 formations that they know that they can fall back upon. You get what I mean? And then after they can do their whole system of their 3-4-3. But if their 3-4-3 is not working and they've been found out in a game, they can revert back to a 4-3-3. They can revert back to a 4-4-2, a 5-3-2. You get what I mean? So there's actually leeway for them where their formation, once again, is malleable. So let's give an example for Ruben Amorim here. He likes to play 3-4-3, right? Once again, Fulham players were saying, yeah, you know, midfield, overload, easy, five versus 2. We outnumber them. We're gonna cook him. There's space on the freaking wings. There's space on the wings. Their captain, their number 8, likes to push up, right? So we're just gonna exploit that. Ruben Amorim should be able to read that, right, and say, you know what, my system is actually not working. Like I'm actually getting destroyed in the midfield. So what I might do is I might change player X for player Y and change the formation to the basics of the prerequisites to what UEFA wants us to do, and either have a 4-4-2 or 4-5-1 or 5-3-2, just to mix it up. Just to mix it up. Not, mate. We move, bro. We move. Even though our players again destroy the midfield, we move. 3-4-3 till I die, bro. Hard line, mate. One of his friends last season, hard line, mate. Of course, he finished with the freaking Europa League. He finished with freaking Europa League, but he still got sacked because hard line, mate. Not changing the way that you play because of this old stubbornness. All respect, right, to the Scottish League. All respect to the Scottish League, right? Ange can do all that nonsense, right? All respect to the Portuguese League. Amorim can do all that nonsense where we're not changing the formation mid-game because it's my system, 3-4-3. Even though we're getting destroyed in midfield, right? Like, this is the Premier League. This is actually the Prem. You are up against the creme de la creme, my guy. You are up against the best of the best. You know what I mean? Managers that have won something. You know what I mean? Managers who have got a massive legacy. Managers who are known, right, to be tactical aficionados, bro. This is the Premier League, bro. They were like, yeah, if this clown's playing a 3-4-3, I'm just going to do this. Exposure. Boom, bada, boom, done. This is what Arne Slot did. Arne Slot did this to a Ten Hag. Like one of the first games of the season last year in September, Liverpool versus Man United. I think we lost that game 3-1 or 3-0. Like, this was the same thing, bro. Slot, Sky Sports is like, yeah, you know, I just watched one of their games, and I just thought the midfield, and we just had like Ryan Gravenberch playing that straight up, just outing tactics like that. So, mate, if you're not willing to at least have some basics, bro, you're gonna get cooked. You're gonna get cooked again. You're gonna get cooked again, bro, and you'll be gone by October. People say Christmas. It's funny how people say Christmas. He'll be gone by October. He'll be gone by October. But anyway, we'll move on. So I think this is the final quote, and this came from Sky Sports, right? It says, we have 3 games this week. We have quality players, and we need to rotate to try to win every game. We do have quality players. You just don't play one of the quality players in Kobe Mainoo. You still stick with. I was gonna say something bad. I have to keep holding myself in, bro. I have to keep some. I have to keep holding myself in, right? But you still decide to play Ugarte and Casemiro over Kobe Mainoo, a guy who is, for me, almost right for that position. Like, the footwork is there, the passing is there, the awareness is there. You get what I mean? The spatial awareness is there, bro. But you decide still not to play him because, Portuguese brothers, fist bump, fist bump, fist bump, fist bump, bias. Get out of here, bro. Right. Anyway, it continues. It is a normal thing that happens in other clubs. I think we're not prepared to play in Europe. Literally, as I said, that is my feeling. Listen, if you're not prepared to play in Europe, it's kind of that quote right there kills me, because that's what the majority of the sponsors, by the way, because we do have sponsors that pay us, Adidas, Snapdragon, DCX, the guys that do the freaking tires, sponsored by Coca-Cola. You know what? If this, it's like, Man United are not playing in Europe. Like, I think we should actually pull away. Like, we do have sponsors, mate. They actually will be expecting us to be in Europe. This guy, man. To have strong games in the Champions League and then play in the Premier League, we need time to develop as a team. Once again, you've been here since November. You've been here since November, lad. You've been here since November, dude, and these man them are still not getting what you're talking about. Are you doing charades on the pitch? Or not on the pitch of the training ground? Are you getting like a board and you're guy, bro? I swear to God, dude. Honestly, bro. Right, we need time to prepare for every game. The game's really competitive. We need time to build a base and then in the future to move forward. So yeah, so that's why he said this is literally the same thing as last time, right? And it's this dude, bro. Honestly, mate, this is we are just we once again, like, we United fans have seen it all, mate. We've seen Ten Hag's nonsense. We've seen Ollie's smiling freestyle football. We've seen Mourinho's stuff, bro. If you're not walking if you're not walking the walk, mate, again, you'll be out soon. You'll be out soon, lad. I'm actually being deadly serious. Once again, like, don't have favorite. Honestly, Amorim, do not have like your favorites, bro. Because your so-called favorites right now, they're the ones that are letting you down. Your Dallos, Portuguese bros, come in, try to do a 360 spin versus Fulham, loses the ball. He's other bro, Bruno Fernandes losing Emil Smith Rowe. You know what I mean? He's other bro, Casemiro, Ugarte. Like, these are the guys that this guy is liking, bro. These are the man them. But when we've got, once again, a player of quality in Kobe Mainoo, mate, compete with Bruno. You gotta compete with Bruno. And then when Kobe Mainoo is looking for his opportunity, and Bruno Fernandes is dropping a 2 out of 10 versus Fulham, by the way, shocking game, right? And Kobe Mainoo is looking on. Kobe Mainoo is looking on, right? And he's like, mate, just put me on. Put me on. I can play there. He's like, Casemiro, come off. And then Kobe is all excited. He's all excited. He's like, yes, it's time for me to play. Benjamin, in. Mount, back in central midfield. Is like, but Mount doesn't really play in that central midfield spot. Like, I can play there. You get what I'm saying now? You get what I'm saying, bro? Like, this is the madness, bro. I can't believe, like, it's a continuation. It's a continuation from literally last season. It's a continuation from last season, guys. What's going on, Valentino? A trio of torture, Dalot, Amorim, and Bruno, bro. Diogo Dalot, I went on a massive tirade about him like a few minutes ago, bro. Like Dalot is absolute cheeks, dude. Absolute cheeks. Right. Speaking of the trio of torture, I'm gonna take that from Valentino. Speaking of the trio of torture, Bruno Fernandes will be open to leaving Manchester United at the end of the season after rejecting interest from Saudi clubs this summer. He wants to stay this season to avoid any disruption before Portugal's 2026 World Cup campaign. Just make sure, mate, just make sure a referee does not bump into you, fam, because that's gonna distract your World Cup campaign, bro. That's gonna disrupt your bro. If a referee bumps into you again, fam, you won't be able to even think straight, lad. You won't even be able to even think straight, bro. Just make sure that you don't bump into a referee, okay? Because he literally just says that he wants to avoid any disruption, and bumping into referees now is a disruption for him. Like, guys, honestly, for listen, once again, right? Once again, like, I don't grow attached to players at Manchester United because I have seen my favorite player ever, Ronaldo. Guys, 8 years old, 18-year-old Ronaldo, bro. I was 8 years old watching 18-year-old Ronaldo absolutely crush it for Man United. Tevez, Bruno, Rooney, Vidic, Ferdinand, Paul Scholes, Keane. I've been there. I've seen Ruud van Nistelrooy, Van Persie. I've been there. I have witnessed great players for Man United, and I've seen them come and go. You get what I mean? Because that was the level of standard at Man United. But once Bruno's here and there's nowhere for him, once again, no disrespect, there's nowhere for him to play in that system that Amorim is so set on, right? He's hard-headed on, right? Like, he can't play in the 10 spots because we've got Cunha and Mbeumo there. You know what I mean? He can't play in that number 8 spot because the game versus Fulham is a perfect example. Is a perfect example to why he cannot play there, because he's everywhere. Once again, I showed the heat map versus Arsenal. He's absolutely everywhere. He's not disciplined enough as a number 8 to play there. The only solution for him, guys, is to take the money. Actually, no, there's another solution, by the way. Not the only solution. Or to play a 3-5-2. To play a 3-5-2 with a 3 in the midfield. Bruno Fernandes behind their 2 strikers. Kobe Mainoo is one of the midfielders, by the way. You know what I mean? And then the brand new midfielder that we are meant to be bringing in. That's the only other solution. There's no way two ways about it. Guys, if Ruben Amorim is the Man United manager, that's the only solution that we have. Either Bruno gets sold, or Ruben Amorim changes his formation to a 3-5-2. It's still his 3-4-3. It's still his 3-4-3 because it's still got his wing backs. But he's got 2 strikers instead, and he's got a central attacking midfielder playing behind those 2 strikers. And that should be Bruno Fernandes. That's the only way. There's no other way, because Ruben Amorim is not changing back to a 4-3-3, by the way. He's not going to a 4-4-2. Valentino actually, in yesterday's stream, the Newcastle game yesterday versus Liverpool, he said it. He was like, bro, like, the last time that Amorim played at a 4-4-2 was at Braga. This was about, what, 6 years ago? 5-6 years ago? A long time ago. So, that's it. That is it, mate. But anyway, we move on. We will move on. Right. Been an hour. It's almost been an hour and I'm still going, bro. Crazy. Right. Manchester United continue to insist on 50 million for Alejandro Garnacho. Chelsea have had multiple bids rejected. Are not yet close to that number. All parties expect to find a compromise before the week is out. Listen, the compromise is 30 mil and Adrian Santos. Thank you very much. That's the compromise, or pay the full 50 fucking million. How many times must this be said to Chelsea, bro? How many times? Honestly, how many times must this be said to them, bro? Like, we seen you guys sell Madueke to Arsenal for 55 million, right? And we're just like, yeah, you know what? If Madueke is going for 55 mil, then 50 mil is the right estimate, which I actually agree with the Man United board on. I actually agree with Ineos on this, bro. Because Chelsea are trying to take the fucking piss here, bro. They actually are. And then when we inquired about Andre Santos, like, nah, you know what? No. No, because they know how good he is. That's why they don't want to give us Andre Santos, by the way. You can see what they're trying to do. You can see what they're trying to do. Either you pay the 50 mil, you cough it up, right? Or 20 mil, 25 mil, and Andre Santos. That's the only player that I'll take from Chelsea right now who's not being used thoroughly, by the way. Because I actually like him. Like last season, he was balling out for Strasbourg. You get what I mean? Otherwise, Garnacho sits on the bench. Actually, no, he doesn't even sit on the bench. You know what we'll do? On the 8th, mate. Go with your vape on the 8th. Go, bro. You can sit there. You can sit there and think that you're the dog's bollocks. Maybe that's your level, Garnacho. Maybe that's your level, mate. That's it. That's it. I'm sick and tired of this whole garbage stuff, guys. I'm sick and tired of this whole... It's like, it's moronic. It's absolutely moronic, dude. Man United should not be selling Garnacho for anything less than 50 mil, bro. If Chelsea can get rid of Madueke to Arsenal for 55 mil, then yeah, 100%, 100%. Oh, wow, 100%, dude. 100%. But anyway, we'll move on. Oh, I've already done this one. Right, breaking. Real Betis reached agreement with Manchester United for Anthony. Apparently, it's a loan. Listen, whatever. Good on the guy. Real Betis. Head out though, your team, brother. Your team, fam. This is your team, bro. This is your team, fam. These guys have got money to spend somewhere else, but not on Anthony, bro. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. But anyway, we'll move on, man. We'll move on. And the final news, guys. The final news. Agreement closed between Manchester United and Napoli for Rasmus Hojlund. Only some details left. Loan with obligation to buy that. That becomes mandatory after certain conditions, Champions League qualification and appearances. You know what I think these guys... I know how these guys move that, bro. I know how these Napoleon guys move. Man said Napoleon. Like some French dudes wearing some freaking like trench coats and got Berettas, dude. Man said Napoleon, bro. No, I know, right? How these Naples guys move, like, bro. When it said appearances, what you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? Like Rasmus Hojlund would get to a certain point, right, of appearances. Like, let's say he has to start about 30 games. It will get to a certain point where like Napoli will be seeing in it, like, yeah, it's about 28, 27, 28. And they'll just leave him on the bench. They'll leave him on the bench so they don't have to pay the obligation to buy, bro. I know how these guys move like, dude. I know how these men move like, bro. I hope that Rasmus Hojlund actually bows out in Italy. I genuinely does. I hope that he does a Scott McTominay, bro, and actually plays well. I hope so. Like, I've got no ill will against Rasmus Hojlund. I just don't think that he was good enough to be a Manchester United striker, because again, he was just too young. He was learning on the job. Like, I've got nothing against him. I've got absolutely nothing against him, but these guys, bro, I know how these Italian guys play, like, bro. I know them very much, dude. You're gonna see it, bro. They'll try to do something sneaky, fam, but we'll see, fam. Good luck to him. Okay. Right. So this is the So this is the preview, the Man United preview. Versus Grimsby, actually. Grimsby Town. Crazy how we're playing Grimsby, bro. I actually used to go to college with one guy that supported Grimsby. Right, so Grimsby Town versus Manchester United. So this is the first one. It says breaking. Andre Onana, Kobe Mainoo, Benjamin Sesko are expected to start for Manchester United against Grimsby tomorrow night in the Carabao Cup, right, or EFL Cup, right? And listen, we should be winning this. We should win, like we should be winning this. But once again, it's not a God-given right for Man United to win games. Of course, like, we have to go there and play it right. But all sense say that Man United should be winning this game, right? But once again, this is Man United speaking about. You never know what these guys can throw us, bro. They might throw us a massive curveball. They might throw some. These guys actually might throw some massive curveball where you actually might actually get outplayed by Grimsby, bro. I'm actually being deadly serious. I'm sorry, guys. We've seen this even last season. We had Bordeaux Glimt come and they outplayed us at Old Trafford. FC 20. You get what I mean? Like this has happened to us. Coventry out Wembley. So I'm just saying these men just need to show up and just be professional, dude. Be professional, man. The quality of player that you are, you're better. You're playing for Man United, so that means that you should be beating Grimsby, right? But once again, who knows? Anyway, Ruben Amorim is going to be making a lot of rotation for this game. So this is the team that I have chosen. Manchester United should be playing. I know that Sesko was not playing either. I might take out Ahmad and put in Xerxes and then Sesko. That can still work because Xerxes is not a through and through striker. I think that Mason Mount should be playing this game because on Saturday should be on the bench. I ain't gonna lie. Saturday should be on the bench versus Burnley. The front three on Saturday should be Buemo, Cunha, and Sesko. That should be our front three. I don't want none of this. Oh, you know what? Ruben, I'm ready. But guys, the fourth striker. Fourth striker. You see Mason Mount out. No, mate. We need a fucking striker. That's the front three for Saturday. Sesko, Buemo, and Cunha. That is the fucking front three, lad. That's it. But I actually might switch out Ahmad for Xerxes. Man put Zik. For Xerxes. And then have Sesko playing there. Just because we just need like a change, bro. Like Bruno, she should not be playing. He needs a rest. Brian Bremer and Cunha, she should not be playing. They need the rest. Delete needs a rest. I think that Euro can play, but once again, when he gets to like halftime, he should be taken off and somebody else comes in, or maybe like Aiden Evan can switch out to the right centre back, and then Luke Shaw plays a left sided centre back. You go, I mean, Diego Leon needs a run because I think that Harry Amas has actually gone out on loan. Last time I seen Harry Amas, I think he was linked with a loan move away. Ugarte and Mainoo should be the midfielders there. So that's, and of course Andre Onana should be playing, bro, just to keep that guy happy and then loan him out. I think that Betis were in for him, or like West Ham were in for him, bro. Just loan this guy out, bro. Loan this guy out, fam. Just have him play against I was gonna say Bristol. Have him play against Grimsby and then just loan him out, fam. But guys, that is it, man. That is it. That is it for the Manchester United section part of this live stream, guys. I will be transitioning over to Twitch because I've got other clips to react to football videos that have transpired over the weekend. I've got match highlights to react to. So Inter Milan versus Torino, Bayern Munich versus RB Leipzig, and I think it was Barcelona versus, I think it was like Leganes or like something like that. And then of course player interviews as well, and like a fan debate. So I'll be transitioning over to Twitch, guys, because if I were to show these highlights on YouTube, I would get my head on a platter, and YouTube would give me another copyright strike, because my other copyright strike has actually gone away. My other copyright strike from like 3 months ago, from I think it was like May time, I think it was, bro. It's actually gone away, so I'm really happy about that. So I do not want another copyright strike, hence why I'm going to be ending the stream here, guys, and I'm going to be moving over to the Twitch side. So I need to get up this other stream and just end it before we do move on, man. And your boy is absolutely sweating, by the way. Your boy, it is absolutely sweating. Oh my days, it's hot outside. Like, I can't wait until it's winter. I actually cannot wait until it's winter, man. I actually cannot wait until it's winter. Need to go here. And then absolutely sweating. Need to end the stream. I need to end the stream, Dave. End the stream. Put myself large. Need to end the stream, Dave. All right, YouTube. My YouTube mandem. I have to bounce. I have to peace out. Thank you so much. If you're watching this on the VOD, if I am wrong about something, please let me know. Please let me know, because this is an open debate. Please use common sense as well. Please use common sense too. Please use common sense, man. And yeah, just comment away. Like, what do you think of this situation right now with Kobe Mainoo and Ruben Amorim? Whose side are you on? Are you on Kobe Mainoo's side, or you not on Amorim's side, or you split in the middle? You want Kobe Mainoo to stay, and you like Ruben Amorim too. So please let me know about that. But yeah, YouTube peoples, I will see you lot later. Tomorrow, actually, tomorrow, watch along Man United versus Grimsby. I'm gonna do a watch along for that. Maybe Sofian might be joining me, and I'll see if Valentino can also join me too. So yeah, I'll catch you lot later. Peace. Okay. Screw them YouTube, man. It's all about Twitch. I'm joking.